Hi, there's been a couple of questions about this part, so I decided just to make a quick video to show all the steps towards making it in both step 1, step 2, and step 3. So let's get through it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this profile. So I need the values of A and B are going to be 60 and 200. A couple different ways of doing this. What I'm going to do is show you that I'm going to just create a rectangle, and I'll then just remove some of the materials. So we are in millimeters, so I'll create this in millimeters. And I'm going to create a sketch. If this is the view, this is the front view, and this is the top view. So I'm going to sketch on the front plane. And I'll go ahead and I'll make a rectangle. So the B coordinate is 260. So I'll come over here and get my Smart Dimension tool. This will be 200. Now I would kind of put these in as actual equations, but if you look in the next two steps, these values don't change, so there's really no need for it. Okay, so we have this little bit over here, so let's go put this in with two lines. So I'll come in here, and I'll come down, double click to end it, and I'll get a dimension in here of 60 degrees. And this dimension here should be 25 degrees. And the distance from this point to the front of the part is a distance of 150. And that should lock that down. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is this little bit out of here. So the total height here is 50. So what I'm going to do is just create, I'm going to not start at the midpoint. I'm just going to come up, going to create that little angle piece. I'm going to come over and I'll go up, getting me the base shape. And this distance here from this side to this is 25. And this distance here is going to be 50. And the distance here from this point to this point is going to be 15. And lastly, the distance from here to here will be 75. Let's just double check we have everything correctly. So I have 50, and 15 is going to correctly here. The 25, we'll put the radius in after we extrude the part, 25 and 60, and I can put the hole in at the same time. So I'll come over here, zoom in a little bit, drop my circle, and the dimension is, the diameter of this is 20. And we have, so I can click on the circle and the front line to give me the horizontal dimension, that is 35. And the dimension from the circle to the horizontal line here gives me a vertical distance of 25. The total extrusion distance is C, so that's 100. So we'll go ahead and we'll extrude this. So we'll choose the Extrude button, Features, Extruded Boss, and this part shows a mid-plane here, so it would make sense to do this as a mid-plane, so I'll do my extrusion as a mid-plane, and the thickness again is 100. I'll just go back and double check that. It is, and now we need to select contours, so we'll come in here and just select this internal contour, and we'll say that we're done. So now we need to come in and put our radius in. So we'll go Features, Fillet, using this edge. Oh, I didn't grab the fillet tool, so let's grab the fillet tool this time. And the radius is 10. The reason it showed up is I had that edge already pre-selected, and we'll accept that. Now we have a little bit off the top here, so the total distance is 100. So this is 80 being measured from the center line, so both of these are going to be 10 millimeter cutouts that are 100 millimeters long. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do a sketch on the top plane, and I'll just use my rectangle tool, and I'll do another rectangle on the top. Now I'll put some relations in here. This relation, this side, and this line are going to be both collinear and equal to each other. And so we'll accept that. And then this line and this line are both going up. I got a face instead of, so let me clear those selections, and I'll select that line. Holding my control key down, I select this line, and these are also equal to each other. Oh, I made that one parallel instead of equal. So let me delete that. Select it, I'll hit delete, and I'll go ahead and put this on control key again and make them equal to each other. All right, so now I just need to put dimensions on one of them. So this is 100. And I could do this dimension if I don't want to measure anything. I can go from here to here and put the actual dimension in that they're having called out is 80. And then all I need to do to finish this portion of the part is do an extruded cut and go through all. And that completes that portion of the part. All right, so now we go to the next step, which basically puts a couple cutouts here. So the cutouts on the top are pretty straightforward. A lot of people are having issues with this one. So let's jump there first. So in this case, I'm going to make a sketch on the front plane. This is again why it was helpful to do that mid-plane extrusion. So I'll pre-select the front plane, and I'll say I'm going to do a sketch on that plane. And now we see that we have a radius, a circle of radius 90, and they've given us the location of 2 points on that circle. So the location here is 50 and 75. So I could create a whole circle, or I can just use the arc tool. So that's what I'll do. I'll do a 3-point arc, and I'll just select here, here, and then just drop the third point just to define the radius somewhere. And we'll put the dimensions in. So I'll use a smart dimension from the front to that point, and that becomes 50. And we'll go from here to here as well, and that'll be 75. And then since it's an arc, it'll actually ask me for, it'll give me the radius, so the radius is 90. And then to complete this, I need to actually get the rest of the area that we're going to use. So we'll just use the Convert Entities tool. So again, over here on the left, I'm going to click on the normal to again, and I'm going to go Convert Entities, and I'll select this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge again. I'll say OK. And since these are converted entities, I can just go ahead and do my trim tool. So I'll use the trim tool and trim this one out and that one out. So we could look down that our part is fully defined, or rather this sketch is fully defined, and I'll go ahead and do my extrusion. So features and extruded cut. In this case, again, it's going to be an extruded cut from the midplane. And over here on the right, the total thickness there is 20. This 10 millimeter dimension is just telling you that this cut is centered. So my cut is 20 millimeters, and I'll say OK. So now we have the 2 cuts on the top. Really, the only best way to do this is through 2 different cuts. I can go ahead and create the initial shape and use it as an extrusion twice, but it's not really kind of neither here nor there. So let's continue, and I'm going to show you one thing that might be causing some of you some issues. I'm just remembering about it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sketch onto this face, And I'm going to, let me zoom in here. So we want to be 15, 30 over, and down a depth of 10. So that's pretty straightforward. So I'll just come over here and I'll make a rectangle right here. And the overall depth is, zoom in here a little bit, is 10. The width of this slot is going to be 15. And the distance from the back edge is going to be 30. So with that fully defined, I can go ahead and cut that slot all the way through. So I'll do a Features, Extruded Cut, and I'll go through all. Now, what I'm going to do, or eventually do, is I'm going to do the cut from the backside, this cut over here that I'm circling from the back. But if you should do this from the front, I'm going to show you an error that sometimes is hard to catch. So I'll do a sketch, and I'll sketch on the top plane, right? And I'll go ahead and I'll make this rectangle. And if I want to, I can put in a center line here from this point down to here. And I can do a symmetry constraint. So that allows me two solid lines and the center line. So that'll make my point symmetric. And the distance I'm dealing with is 40. Again, this 20 is showing you that you're centered, and we're going to be down a depth of 5. So I'll go ahead and make this width 40. And I'll go ahead and I'll do my extruded depth, or do a cut now, extruded cut. And my distance here is going to be 5. So going down 5. And everything looks okay, right? Except for the fact that look what happened over here. Because we did this fillet first, and this is the edge I went up to, the part doesn't go all the way through. So I'm left with this really, really thin piece here. So that is a problem that has happened to a few students over the years as they've gone ahead and made this part. So you could fix it now, or really the best way to do it is I'm just going to come right here and I'm going to delete this extrusion. Because yes, you can fix it, but it's really not the best way to have done it. And I'll delete that extrusion. And what we'll of course do is we'll sketch on the back plane. So I'll go sketch. And now my center point is right here. So another way of doing that without having to put in the symmetry constraint is I can just use a center rectangle tool. Now when you do that, it doesn't automatically put the center of the rectangle above the origin, so you have to again put in a relation, in this case a make vertical relation. This dimension again will be 40. And the depth here will be 5. And then with this fully defined sketch, we'll go ahead and just do an extruded cut through all. Okay, so now with this part done, this is all that was required for part 2. So now we go over to the third step, and this sometimes causes students some problems because they're looking at this and they're trying to say, should there be some type of shell going on here or anything along those lines? And the answer is really no. There's no easy way to use a shell here because they're just asking you to make the wall all the way around. This is what the TYP stands for, typical. So the wall thickness of this little shelled area is going to be 2 millimeters, but you can't really use the shell tool. You're going to have to, this is going to be created using 2 cuts. So let me explain what we're going to do here. I'm going to go and I'm going to do a sketch onto this plane, right? And that's going to be this area. So I'm going to do, and I'm going to use the offset tool. So from this, I'm going to offset entities. My distance, my parameter will be 2, And I'll just start with this line. Now it's gone out the opposite way, so I'll click on the reverse here. And usually it lets you go ahead and select your set of lines. Sometimes it'll fail and you'll have to do this in 2 operations, but it's looking like it's going to be nice to me today. And this one, and also the curve, and finally that one. And that's it. So I'll say done. And you'll say, well, why didn't I use this part? Because this part isn't going to be shelled, right? This is this edge here, and I'm going to want to take all that material out to a depth of 28 millimeters. So I'll go ahead and finish this with just a straight line. And complete my sketch. I'll go to Features and Extruded Cut. And my depth now will be 28 millimeters. And I'll say OK. All right, so now we'll do the exact same thing, but here. And the depth here is also 28 millimeters. So I'll come over here to my sketch tool, select sketch again, and this time I'm going to sketch on this face. And we're going to essentially do the exact same thing. We're going to do offset entities. Selecting this one, we have to reverse it, and selecting this edge and this. See, oh, excuse me. What I did there is I missed this click when I did it, and the tool just exited, which is okay. I'm just going to go back into offset entities. It'll remember that I'm at 2 millimeters, so I'll just come in here and select. Now I will have to come back here and trim that, because it won't do it for me automatically, and this last one. And then to complete my sketch, or to close it off, I again have to put in a single line here and here. Now, I'm just going to come in here. I really don't want these two being off, so I'll go ahead and I will use my trim tool to trim off those two. And again, whenever you use the trim tool, you have to make sure that your part or your sketch remains fully defined. So in this case now, I'll go Features and Extruded Cut, and again, 28 millimeters. So the 28 millimeters was already selected. So, and now hold on, this is 28 millimeters. I'm not sure if this is 28 millimeters. This wall thickness here needs to be 2. So let's assume it's 28 millimeters. I didn't do my math. And we'll come back and we'll just double check. So I'm going to evaluate, measure, and I'm going to measure the distance from this surface to that surface. And the distance is 2 millimeters. So sometimes don't get too ahead of yourself, or as Han Solo says, don't get cocky, kid. So you want to just double check that you are actually doing what the part wants you to do. All right, so that is how this part gets created. I'm not going to give you the answers. You'll have to go back and redo it yourself. But hopefully this has been helpful for you.